Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be decluttering my bag, and at the same time I'm going to give you some tips on how to declutter yours. I have been doing this maybe 2 to 3 times in the past 2 months. I empty out my bag, I organize it, but yet I keep putting more things on it as the days go by, and my bag just becomes extremely heavy and hard to find anything inside. So let's see what's in my bag and let's see what we can do about it and how to fix this problem so I don't have to be doing this constantly. So let's take a look. So I have 2 bags that I mainly utilize and I alternate them every couple of weeks. This is the one that I am currently using. The benefit of having a large size bag is that you can fit anything in it. But that's also a problem. It means that you often accumulate things and the bag becomes hard to carry and heavy, and sometimes you're struggling to find things. So I'm going to just go ahead and show you what I have in my bag, and I'll talk about each item as I go on. So first of all, I have 3 books. I'm currently reading this one and I'm trying to read this one, but I shouldn't be carrying them at the same time because I'm not going to read 2 books at the same time. So that's definitely something that I should focus on, just have one at a time. And if I know I'm not going to read it on that day, or if I'm going somewhere where I'm not going to be able to read it, I might as well just leave it home or something. The next thing is this agenda. It's not an agenda, it's a book to write on. I do have an agenda, and I carry either, and I do like carrying it because I like writing things down if I want to plan things. I don't want to use my phone because I'm a type of girl that likes to write down things, so definitely gonna keep carrying that even though it's a bit big for a purse, I guess. I have this random CD that I don't even know what it's doing here, honestly. I shouldn't be carrying CDs in my bag. So I have a makeup bag and I can show you what I have in here. I have a moisturizer just because I went on a trip and I needed it, but I don't need to carry this, so I don't need that. I have this little brush with some blush. That's kind of like the main thing that I use. And sometimes I use concealer. I have a bunch of random things like mascara and eyeliners that I don't use regularly. So I think I'm going to put them away and just not have them in my bag because I don't use them ever. Not on a regular basis anyway, so. Okay, let's see. 1 comb. 2 combs. 3 combs. 4 combs. Wow. 5 combs. Are you serious? 2 little combs. This is I'm not even exaggerating. This is my real bag right now. Okay. Why do I have this many combs? That's a good question. So in the morning I try to get ready really quickly. I usually shower in the morning, so I comb my hair sometimes on the train because I'm rushing out of the house, and I don't often realize that I already have a comb in my bag, and just in case I bring one with me, and I really didn't know I was carrying all of these combs right now just because I have probably been accumulating them in the past 1 or 2 weeks. This is insane. I feel like if I have one in my purse, I should know, and I really shouldn't be carrying 6. And this is a big number. It's usually 3, but this is over the top. Have another cream. I don't know what it's doing here. Maybe I thought I didn't have one before. I have my checkbook, which I don't know why. I think I needed to grab a check and I just left it in my purse. I have some raffle tickets that I bought sometime and never took them out. This was a perfume sample that I had. It doesn't smell anymore, so I shouldn't be carrying it. I do have my 2 inhalers. One of them is for rescue, one of them is for daily. I don't take the daily often, but I bring it with me just in case. I don't take the emergency often, but I bring it with me just in case. And that's gonna stay in my bag. Here I have another spoon from the week. Couple of pens and pencils. Chopsticks that I think I went to a Chinese or Japanese place this week and I just brought them with me. This is a flyer from an event that I went to that's going to the garbage. More raffle tickets. Train receipt. Business card, I'm keeping that. These are just a couple of bags and random things that I'm getting rid of. This is a scrunchie, which is useful. A napkin. So I have 2 more pencils, lead pencils. I have a couple of coins and the bill. And finally, my wallet. So let me just organize this and show you guys what I had in total. So now that I just decluttered my bag, I feel so much better. I feel like there's a lot of room now and I can find things easily. I'm just gonna give myself some tips and hopefully you guys can use this as well. So my first tip would be to look at your bag at the end of the day every day. See what you put inside of the bag that day, and if you don't need it every day, just put it in its respective place so that you don't accumulate things over time. The second tip would be, if you know you're not going to use that thing that day, you might as well leave it at home because you don't want to be carrying too much weight affecting your shoulders. You don't want to be carrying unnecessary things that day. So just put it away, and then if you need it the next day, go back the next day. The next tip, and probably my last tip, would be if you have a big bag, you can downsize, so you can get a smaller bag and just use the things that you need in that smaller bag. For me, I do bring lunch to work a lot of the days of the week, so I need the room. But if you don't need the room, you don't need to be carrying such a large bag, and it's gonna be easier to carry for you. So yep, I think decluttering such a small part of your life that you actually use every day, it's so important. For example, there have been so many times that I'm trying to find something in my bag and I struggle. It takes me a good 2 minutes to find something, and that's adding stress in my life, and I don't want that in my life. So just doing this and trying to implement this sort of routine in your life can make such a big difference. And you just start out by eliminating the things that you don't use, and eventually it's going to become routine, so you're going to get used to it. You're going to know what you actually need and what you don't need, so you don't have the unnecessary things that you typically have now. So yeah, very useful for life in general. Feel free to do it yourself and see what happens. I'm sure it's gonna be good for you if you have, or if you had a clutter bag as bad as mine. So yeah. Alright, thanks for watching. See you next time, guys.